Hi all, welcome back. It's been a while, sorry for that, but you know, life as usual. So, really quite a smallish job today. I say smallish because it's never going to be small. But as you might have seen before, I have a standard car CD player, quite crap, came with it. And what I bought is a Fusion radio. It's the same one that I fitted to Sally Jane. But this time I've also bought the DAB aerial kit as well. Don't ask me why they insist on selling the aerial kit and the little DAB module separate. Everyone else on the planet can put it in. I'm assuming it's just a money grabbing exercise by Garmin, who own the Fusion brand. But anyway, so all I'm going to be doing is replacing that, installing that, running this up, and probably putting the aerial up on my dash up here somewhere. So I've just got to run the wire under these panellings. Yeah, I'm going to get this all, I'll work out how to get this head unit out and get everything pulled apart. And then we'll see about getting this, this Fusion stereo all wired in. So we'll be back shortly as I get the unit out. So, just because nothing's ever easy, although actually in this case it's quite easy. So whoever fitted this butchered the ISO connector. These ISO blocks you use for the car, they butchered it for us, which is quite convenient because what it means is that I have my speaker wires already chocolate blocked out and separate, and then I've got my positive, permanent positive, which is the red, and my ignition positive, which is the yellow. The ignition positive in this case goes to the switch on the panel. And I've got my neutral, and I've got my aerial. So actually, wiring this is going to be a doddle. Just got to bridge those two. Or in fact, actually, that red one doesn't need to be used at all because the Fusion doesn't have a switched live. It just has a live. So I just need to disconnect all of those, wire them back up, and it's done. But interestingly, what there is this really long bundle of cable, which was just dangling behind the back and has, I think these are called TRS connectors. So this is basically a microphone connector and a massive bundle of wire, and it goes up and up. So it goes into its loft space or cavity space somewhere. So that to me means that there is either a microphone or like an iPod connection jack. So there will be a female end of one of these, but you can plug one into somewhere in the boat, so that you can plug an iPod in. Now I'm fairly sure in whatever renovation works were done, that's long since been disconnected, because I've never seen a connector anywhere like that. So I honestly have no idea where this is going. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bundle this massive back up and just throw it in there and leave it out of the way. But I've just got to run my aerial cable through now. So I'm going to get all this stuff out. I'm going to sort out what bits I've got, what I need to do, and yeah, then we'll get to it. Right, so this is my DAB aerial here, and it won't fit in there. I was just going to throw it in there and leave it till later, but I'm just going to stand it there for now. So what I've had to do is I've had to just drill a hole up there, thread the wire through, and I've the wire is just there. You can see the green top, so I just need to pull that through, which I will. I'll pull that through to here, and then I'll get the head unit out and get that wired up as well. And then when the guys come to sort the TV area out and all the electrics and everything else, they can actually run this, because it's got loads of wire, they can run it up out there. I think where I'm going to end up putting that is just here, just in front of there, or just down that side, just there. Under a screen, out the way, because I don't think there's enough wire to go all the way up and put it on the roof. So I think we'll just put it under there, under a screen. It'll be enough to get it signal. And yeah, so just a bit of a bodge job for now, just to give me radio, because this aerial just doesn't work at all. This is connected, this should be the TV aerial, which has been stolen from the TV point there, ran up to there with a normal connector put on it, and that's why the TV aerial, as I showed you in the other video, has been disconnected up there and replaced by one of those little whip car aerials to try and give FM radio, but clearly doesn't fucking work. So yeah, so anyway, aerial mounted for now. It'll do, it'll serve its purpose. Once the coffee maker's in there, it'll sit behind the coffee maker, you'll never notice it. Pull that cable out, get the stereo out, connect it up, job's a good one. We'll have stereo. So I'm going to do that now. I'll see you all later. Sod's law, I forgot to turn the camera on. So, wiring loom for the Fusion stereo, all done. I've connected my power to the permanent live, not the switched. I was going to use the switch, but then I remembered that it loses all its settings if you do. So, same as with Sally Jane then, I've just connected it to the perm live there. I've got my DAB aerial through, done that, and the black plastic bracket that comes with the Fusion stereo. Let me get a torch. You can see I've jammed it there in the hole. Because the Fusion stereos, this back bit here is smaller than, I hope you can see this, but there we go, it's smaller than the hole when lined up. What you have to do is, those screws fall inside the width of the hole. So what you have to do is you have to put the black plastic bracket inside, connect all the wires up, somehow slide this through the black plastic bracket so that you can line up these screws, which from experience I know need a lot of pressure on them, even though there's nothing holding that black plastic bracket. So somehow I've got to do some kung fu to make that line up and stick so that I can then screw that in. So but the wiring's done, it's all working, it's all ready. I've not actually tested it, so shall we test it? Let's give this a test, shall we? So this is a permanent live, so this should be live as soon as I plug this in. He says it should. Assuming that I've connected that up correctly. Maybe that's not permanent live. Let me flip my hi-fi shaver switch on. I assumed it was because of the old stereo. Ah, there you go, look. So the red is the switch live, so actually I need to change it from the red to the yellow. Hi-fi shaver. Gone off again now. So let's change it from the red to the yellow. Let's put it onto the perm live then. That was a bad assumption on my part. For reference, the reason I went with yellow as being the switch live is that in a car, the yellow is the switch live, not the red. Reds are typically perm live. So now we are powered up. So yeah, time to connect everything up, screw that in. Let's check our DAB aerial works. Turn it off. DAB. Because if it doesn't work under there, then it will be far easier for me to do this with one less wire to deal with, and it's a big chunky wire as well. Tuner region Europe, yep. FM, DAB. It is now scanning with DAB channels. I don't know if you can see that, but it's scanning with DAB channels. So we'll just give that a second, see if it finds anything. What you have to do is you have to install the Fusion Link app on your phone. You then have to connect it via Bluetooth to there. You have to then do an online update, or you can do a USB, but I did an online update of the stereo. You then have to update the Bluetooth module. It will then allow you to tune it, so you can now get stereo. Now the only problem I've got is, here I've got it turned up, both zones, cabin and cockpit. So as you can hear, no music. And I thought it was these connectors here, but then I remembered the old stereo worked fine and these cables were all secure, so it's not them. So, watch this. If I take these two purple ones, and I push.
Impress red, LFC for 7
Okay, so maybe the connector's loose. Take the green ones.
Not much more. It's the sound of Greg.
Okay, so both of those two work if you push them in.
True feelings for Kira.
Great. So I can't hear anything from the cockpit upstairs. Okay, what's happening there? Grab the wires and same again. Ooh, nothing on the white, but I know it was working. And the grey does work. And to confirm that there's nothing wrong with my white wiring, I did put the grey into the white and swap them over and do it. So the white is completely dead out of the head unit, and the other three are all loose connectors. So this master wiring loom that goes from the stereo to these connectors, this loom is buggered. Brand new, out of the box, and the loom's knackered. If anyone from Garmin's watching, sort your shit out. So I've now got to get back onto Force 4 where I bought it from, see if I can get hold of a new loom, because I can't put it away if I go to all the effort of putting it away and everything, and then that won't work, then yeah. But it's very annoying.
The room. We only bought.
And it's not, I'm not putting any pressure in, I'm only ever so lightly
Remember, shape is green.
pushing the wires in. I'm not forcing them. The actual black connector, if you look, if I put pressure on the black connector, it makes no difference. So a black connector is in as far as it can go. It's purely those cables. So anyway, so DAB works, radio's wired in, plumbed in, all ready to go. Can't use it because the wiring was knackered. So, although the boat job only took 10 minutes like it should do for once, the boat job's knackered for reasons out of my control. So that's it for this week. Quick, short, depressing, and I'll get the new part, I'll get the part sorted, and I'll get back in touch with Force 4 and sort it all out anyway. And yeah, I will see you all later. Take care, have a good one, bye bye.